Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. This is the video of Subtopic 11.2 Dihybrid Inheritance and Subtopic 11.3 Genes and Alleles from Chapter 11 Inheritance. Okay, in this subtopic we will learn about dihybrid inheritance. So what is the definition of dihybrid? Cross. So dihybrid means two. Okay, di is mean two. Dihybrid inheritance involve inheritance of two characteristics. Each characteristic is controlled by a different genes located at a different locus. Example, round and yellow seed. So before this we have learned about monohybrid. So monohybrid inheritance is involve one characteristic. So dihybrid inheritance involve two characteristics. So this is the example of the schematic diagram, okay, of dihybrid inheritance carried out by Mendel. So Mendel started with the parental genotype round and yellow seed crossed with constricted and green seed. So there are two characteristics here. Round and constricted is seed shape. Yellow and green seed is the color of the seed. Okay. Plant started with purebred parent used in the fertilization. So means the parental genotype purebred is capital B, and capital K. And for the constricted and green seed, use small b and small k. After that, each parent will undergo meiosis to produce gamete. So the gamete will produce B, capital B and capital K for round and yellow seed, and small b and small k from constricted and green seed. So this is we apply the law of segregation from a pair of allele from the parental. Okay, example for example, B besar, a pair of allele that control round seed. So in the gamete, it will carry only a single allele. From B besar ada B satu B saja, single B. From K besar ada satu K besar ada satu saja K. So combination antara dua dihybrid dia akan menghasilkan gamete B besar K besar. So for constricted and green seed, okay, for constricted is controlled by a pair of small b. So in a gamete, it will present only a single b kecil. Okay, k kecil. Dalam gamete dia ada k kecil. Alright. So after that, the gamete will random fertilize and it will produce first filial genotype. Okay, capital B, small b, capital K, small k. It will carry the phenotype round and yellow seed. So round and yellow seed is the dominant allele. Okay, seed shape characteristic is controlled by a pair of allele, capital B, small b allele, and seed color is controlled by a pair of capital K and small k allele. Only the dominant allele, namely round and yellow, are observed. So that's round and yellow are dominant allele. So after that, the self cross between the first filial generation, okay, same as monohybrid inheritance, round and yellow seed, okay, cross with round and yellow seed. So we write down the genotype. Okay, and then after that it will undergo meiosis and produce these different types of gamete from the heterozygote. Alright, so during the gamete formation, any allele for seed shape can pair with any allele for seed color. So after that, when F1 generation produced from the dihybrid cross, recessive cross, 16 F2 genotype combination are produced. The cross show the 4 phenotype characteristic of F2 generation. Outcome, the dihybrid cross is presented by a Punnett square. So this is the continue from previous slide. Okay, this is gamete from the parent, each parent. Okay, 4 gamete from each parent, 4 types of gamete from each parent. We combine here in a Punnett square. So when the F1 generation produced for the hybrid cross was self cross, 16 F2 genotype. So it's 16. That means 16 here. Okay, ada 16. Okay, kombinasi yang dia dihasilkan daripada 4 kacuk dengan 4 jenis gamete. Okay, so about the ratio. Okay, so this the phenotypic ratio produced in F2 generation. 9 round and yellow. We can see here 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 round and yellow. Okay, and 3 round and green seed. Okay, round. Okay, this 1, 2, and 3. And constricted yellow seed is here. 1, 2, 3, and last one is the recessive, constricted and green. So the ratio produced in the dihybrid inheritance in F2 generation is 9:3:3:1. So this is how to write the schematic diagram for dihybrid inheritance. First, we have to write the allele. Choose the letter. Okay. Capital R dominant allele for round seed. Small r is dominant allele for constricted seed. Y, okay, the capital Y is for yellow seed, and small y is allele for green seed. Okay, write down the aspect. Okay, we started from round and yellow seed. This is the how to write down the phenotype and genotype. Okay, and meiosis, we write down the arrow, and gamete here is from R besar, Y besar, produce gamete R besar, Y besar. From the parent R kecil, and Y kecil, it will produce gamete R kecil, Y kecil. So after random fertilization, the gamete, the genotype produced in F1 S3 and first filial S3 is R besar, R kecil, Y besar, Y kecil. So this is the round and yellow seed. After that, self-pollination. Okay. So this is R besar, R kecil, Y besar, Y kecil. Okay. This is the error. So round and yellow seed cross with round and yellow seed. So we write down the genotype here, and after meiosis, heterozygote R besar, R kecil, Y besar, Y kecil. Okay, we produce gamete here. R besar, Y besar, R besar and Y besar. Okay, capital R, capital Y, or capital R and small y, or small r and capital Y, or small r with small y. Okay, so same as the another parent here. So for random fertilization to produce F2, we can use Punnett square. random fertilization. Okay, we put the gamete here. Okay, this is the gamete, and this is the gamete combination. So the combination we produce genotype. This is the genotype produced in second generation, and the phenotype is 9 round yellow. Okay, 3 round green seed, 3 constricted yellow, 1 constricted green. Okay, so the ratio of the dihybrid inheritance is 9:3:3:1. So during dihybrid inheritance, Mendel introduced Mendel's second law. So Mendel's second law is law of independent assortment, which states during gamete formation, one allele from a pair of alleles can combine randomly with any allele from another pair of alleles. So this is how the combination produced. Okay, so example here, R besar, R kecil, Y besar, Y kecil, we produce the 4 combination of allele. Okay, so the allele is called the combination is caused by the independent assortment during metaphase 1 or metaphase 2. Okay, ada 4 kombinasi ini terjadi apabila semasa meiosis, during metaphase 1 of meiosis, allele ini disusun secara rawak, secara bebas. Dia boleh disusun secara bebas dan dia boleh combine secara random untuk menghasilkan kombinasi yang berbeza di sini. Okay, so kalau heterozygous seperti ini, okay, R besar, R kecil, Y besar, Y kecil, dia akan menghasilkan kombinasi susunan yang secara rawak semasa metaphase 1 dengan metaphase 2 menghasilkan kombinasi gamete yang pelbagai. So summary for Mendel dihybrid, new combination of characteristics are produced in F2 generation, namely constricted yellow seed and round green seed. 2 characteristic seed shape and color are combined in F1 generation, but later they separate and react freely in F2 generation. So we can see here, okay, round and yellow, 9 seed round and yellow adalah sama dengan parental. Tapi dia kata di sini summary ni, new combination of characteristic are produced in F2 generation. Maksudnya ada 2 kombinasi karakteristik yang baru termasa dalam F2, iaitu round but green. Okay, ataupun lagi satu constricted tapi yellow. Okay, round dominant, green recessive. Okay, ataupun constricted recessive, yellow dominant. So ini adalah kombinasi yang baru, dia kombinasi karakteristik yang baru yang ada dalam F2 generation. Okay, dan yang ni constricted and green adalah sama seperti induk asal tadi. So this is the conclusion of Mendel's first law. This is Mendel's first law, law of segregation, and this is Mendel's second law. Okay, so law of segregation, kalau tengok pada Mendel's first law adalah 2 allele for each gene separate during gamete formation. Okay, so kalau yang ni separated, okay, R besar, R kecil akan separated. Tapi kalau untuk Mendel's second law is law of independent assortment. Okay, law of independent assortment ni masa metaphase 1, metaphase 1 ataupun metaphase 2. Tapi kalau law of segregation dalam anaphase 1 ataupun anaphase 2. So 11.3 is genes and alleles. Okay. Definition of locus, gene and allele. So what is locus? Locus is specific location of a gene in a chromosome. So each chromosome carries many genes. In human, the number of genes that code for protein in a set of haploid chromosome is estimated to be 25,000. Allele, which represent a gene, is located at the same locus as the gene. So this is the pair of homologous chromosome. Allele that represent genes. Okay, this is allele. Okay, because it's located at the same locus. So this is centromere. Only these two loci, the genes are homologous because the similar allele. Okay. Okay, this is homologous. F besar, F besar. J besar, J kecil is homozygous. Okay, homozygous, similar allele. In this locus, the gene are heterozygous because different allele. Yang ni different allele sebab dia dominant dengan recessive. Jadi F besar kita panggil homozygous dominant. Okay, J kecil is called homozygous recessive, and N besar N kecil is heterozygous. So this is the type of genotype. That's all for 11.3. That's all. Thank you.